All right, welcome back to Shanks Golf, where we're talking about the length of your golf swing and how that kind of is I would say, almost the most important thing that you have control of, um, allowing you to maintain your timing and tempo and your pure ball striking all day long. Is that there? Hello, check one, two, check. Can you hear me? I don't know. Input. Go to input real quick. Input devices, microphone. Here you go. Input. Testing one, two, three, four. Testing one, two. Why is this microphone manage sound devices? It doesn't look like it's helping me. Microphone array. I don't know. All right, we'll keep going with it. All right, so we're talking about, so the length of your backswing is the number one concern because we go from shot to shot to shot. And it's pretty much we'll do our setup, we'll alignment, close the club face, open the club face, we'll do all that stuff, ball position. So all that stuff is set. And then now all we're thinking about is how hard we want to hit the ball. Um, so if you have full wrist hinge every time you swing the golf club, and to hit the golf club, your wrist has to unhinge all but maybe 10 degrees. And your arms have to come down to this impact position. That was a little bit lower. A little further back. So from here, the amount of time it takes for my arms to get back to impact has to equal, so this time, and there's a way to figure it out mathematically, has to match this time, the release. So these two things, if the release happens too fast, your timing's off. If the release happens too slow, you lose a lot of power. Okay? So this is the timing that matters, is these two things working in sync together. Your arm swinging down and your hands releasing the club. That's why we get into trouble, because we think faster arms, but faster arms only makes it harder to time the release. If we start changing the speed of our arm, then if we want to hit it harder, we actually have to increase even more speed in our hands to catch up with our arms. Your timing is all jacked. Okay, simple solution. Simple solution. Okay, you go to the driving range, finding your timing and your tempo with your favorite club. It doesn't matter which club. You don't have to warm up with all your clubs. And remember, this is position 2, is arm parallel with the ground, and then that turn, and now arm pointing at the target, or slightly, if you're right-handed, right of the target. If you're left-handed, a little bit left of the target. That's okay. You go to position 2, full wrist hinge, and you find out your timing for that shot. You put your weight on your lead foot, You find out your timing for that shot. Once you do that, once you figure it out, hit 2 or 3 shots in a row, you're done. You don't need to warm up anymore. You don't need to hit a whole bucket of balls to feel confident going to the golf course. What you have to do is know that if you want to hit a 3/4 shot, let's say, okay, think about what's actually happening there during a 3/4 shot is I'm not going to hit the ball as hard. Okay. I'm going to ease off on how fast. I mean, think about if I want to swat a fly, boom, it's really fast. Or you can go slow and he'll fly away, right? So same thing here, 3/4 shot. I'm going to slow down my release, which means it's going to take me more time to release the club, which means I'm in position 2 and it takes me 0.2 seconds to get to impact. But now I've slowed down a little bit. What do I need to do to make my arms take a little bit longer? Because I need to make my golf swing a little bit longer. So you don't turn more. It's all in the arms. If my arms do this for full shot, then they have to go just a little bit higher for a 3/4 shot. That's the roll of the arms. 3/4 shot. 3/4 shot. 3/4 shot. Full shot. Grip it and rip it shot. Okay? So this is the equivalent of just lagging and delaying. So it's not the it's not the action of lagging that gives you more power. It's the fact that lagging longer delays the release longer so that you can release faster and catch up with your hands at impact. Yeah, they think it's in the lag, but the lag is really the delay. Okay, and then that becomes another variable in the conventional golf swing. If you look at most golfers, they're not cocking their wrist until they do this dip and drop onto, with their weight on their left foot. They're here, and then they make this move, and that's when the lag happens. That's when the wrist hinge happens. So they are putting themselves in this position that we find on the way up. We're there. It's so easy to find. It's a 45-degree angle, and you turn, and that's it. That's your position. So that's also the position. If you look at some of those videos, my buddy was saying, when I put me and Rory McIlroy together, our swings are completely different. Mine's so much shorter than his, but as soon as I start my release and my downswing, he's done this, and he's the same, and he's pushing off his left foot. So they're almost identical positions. We're just getting rid of all the fluff, all the extra stuff you do, which seems to give you a longer backswing, which means more time to accelerate the golf club. But all right. So we're supposed to be talking about length of backswing. So that's what you have control of. You go grip it and rip it shot, position 3, position 2, position 1. Okay. Fold your arm in, slight turn, cock your wrist. You're in the perfect position. All right. So we'll get more into that later, but that is like key. Because as I progressed in the development of this transformation Shanks golf, I tested it in so many different ways. Some days some days, like not week, but like the third month after I had been hitting the ball, amazing. One day I came in, and for some reason, I was really concerned about, okay, watch my shoulders. If I do it right, my shoulders stay parallel and I'm loading my lead foot. But for some reason on this day, it turned into a tilt. And then as I did the swinging action, which all seemed natural and normal, 3 times in a row, I whiffed a 3 wood, like missed the ball because I had tilted and then untilted and I'm too far back and leaning back at impact. Remember, this Shanks golf stays pretty level through impact, and actually it ends up back here after hitting the ball because there's no lateral movement. There's no lateral movement, so we don't end up standing straight up on our front foot. Okay, not going to happen. But the results you're not going to argue with. Okay, so yeah, we'll get some more later. Stop it right there. And next time we will be talking about swing plane. We'll do swing plane next. All right. See y'all soon.